How long does it take to actually sell a business? Most owners think it's a few weeks. Industry estimates suggest the real average is 8 to 11 months, and about half of businesses listed for sale never sell at all. That gap between expectation and reality is exactly where a profitable service business hides. Today I'm breaking down business brokerage, helping owners sell their companies, and whether it's actually worth starting in 2026, with real costs, real income numbers, and no fluff. This isn't for everyone. If you're looking for something you can launch this weekend and get paid tomorrow, skip this video. Business brokerage is for people who are patient, comfortable with sales conversations, and willing to spend 3 to 6 months before their first commission check clears. It's a great fit for former business owners, finance professionals, real estate agents looking to pivot, and consultants who already have a network of small business owners. It's a bad fit for anyone who needs fast cash flow or hates cold outreach. So what exactly is this business? A business broker is a middleman. You represent a business owner who wants to sell, you find and vet buyers, you help structure the deal, and you get paid a commission when the sale closes, typically 10 to 12% for smaller deals, sometimes on a sliding scale for larger ones. You're not buying businesses yourself. You're facilitating the transaction, similar to a real estate agent, except instead of houses, you're selling companies. Now let's talk demand, because this is where it gets interesting. There are roughly 33 million small businesses in the U.S. according to the Small Business Administration, and a large share of owners are baby boomers approaching retirement age. Industry estimates from groups like the Exit Planning Institute suggest millions of these businesses will change hands over the next decade simply due to owner retirement. At the same time, data from BizBuySell's market reports shows that business for sale transaction volume has stayed relatively steady, but many listings sit unsold for months because owners don't know how to price or market them correctly. That's the gap you're stepping into, not creating demand, but organizing chaos that already exists. Let's break down what it actually costs to get started, at the bare minimum. Category minimum cost: business brokerage license/registration, state dependent, $200, $600 legal setup, LLC, contracts, NDAs, $300, $800 website, $500, $1, $500 CRM/deal tracking software, $30, $100 per month marketing, initial, $300, $700 business cards, basic branding, $100, $200 miscellaneous, insurance, errors and omissions coverage, $300, $600 total minimum investment, $1, $700, $4,000. Notice what's missing: no inventory, no rent, no equipment. This is a service business, so your biggest investment isn't cash, it's time. Let's talk about where that money actually goes. The licensing piece varies a lot. Some states require a real estate license to broker business sales, others don't, so you'll need to check your specific state's requirements before spending a dollar. Legal setup covers your LLC formation and the contract templates you'll need, listing agreements, non-disclosure agreements, and buyer qualification forms, because in this business, a poorly written NDA can cost you a deal or land you in a dispute. Your website isn't decorative, it's your credibility. Owners are trusting you with sensitive financial information about their business, and a thin, unprofessional site kills that trust immediately. The CRM is where you'll track every lead, every listing, every buyer conversation, because deals in this industry take months and you cannot manage that in a notebook. Marketing at the start is mostly about getting your first 2 or 3 listings, which usually come from direct outreach, not ads. Monthly operating costs are light, typically $200 to $500, covering your CRM subscription, website hosting, basic advertising, and errors and omissions insurance, which you genuinely need given the financial nature of these deals. Now, income potential, and I want to be direct here because this industry has a lot of exaggerated claims. A conservative estimate for your first year, closing just 2 or 3 smaller deals, is $15,000 to $30,000. A realistic estimate, once you have a steady pipeline and a bit of reputation, is $50,000 to $90,000 annually. An optimistic estimate, for brokers handling larger Main Street businesses or multiple listings simultaneously, can reach $150,000 or more, but that typically takes 2 to 3 years of consistent work, not 2 to 3 months. Profit margins in this business are actually very high, often 70 to 85%, because your overhead is minimal. The catch isn't margin, it's timing. Commissions are lumpy, not steady. On break-even, with a starting investment around $2,000 to $3,000, most people recover that with their very first closed deal, since even a smaller business sale can generate a commission in the $5,000 to $15,000 range. The real challenge isn't recovering your investment, it's surviving financially during the 3 to 6 months before that first deal closes. The biggest mistake people make in this business is treating it like a side hustle they can do in spare hours. Deals require constant follow-up, financial document review, and buyer screening. Inconsistency kills your pipeline. The second mistake is undervaluing or overvaluing businesses because they skip proper valuation methods, which destroys trust with both sellers and buyers. The third is ignoring confidentiality. Leaking that a business is for sale can spook employees and customers and tank the deal entirely. Here's where the opportunity actually is. Most brokers chase big-ticket businesses worth millions. The underserved niche is micro businesses, valued under $500,000, like local service businesses, small e-commerce brands, and single-location retail shops. Big brokerages often ignore these because the commissions are smaller, which means less competition for you. Your differentiation is speed and personal attention on deals the big firms consider too small to bother with. Here's how you actually start. First, check your state's licensing requirements. This varies significantly, so don't skip it. Second, set up your LLC and get your contract templates reviewed by a lawyer. Even a one-time consultation is worth it. Third, build your website and set up your CRM before you take a single client, because you need to look organized from day one. Fourth, reach out directly to accountants, lawyers, and financial advisors in your area. They talk to business owners who are quietly thinking about selling, and they become your best referral source. Fifth, take on your first 1 or 2 listings, even at a slightly reduced commission, just to build a track record and testimonials. On the tool side, you'll need a website that clearly communicates your services and builds trust, a CRM to manage your pipeline of sellers and buyers, and ideally some basic automation for follow-up emails and document requests. Setting these up correctly matters more than people expect, because in a trust-based business, your digital presence is often a buyer or seller's first impression of you. If you want this handled properly instead of stitching together free tools that break under real use, SoftAngle specializes in building exactly this kind of website and CRM setup for service businesses. You can book a free consultation and get a cost estimate, and I'll leave that link in the description. For marketing, online methods include LinkedIn outreach to accountants and wealth managers, a simple SEO-optimized website targeting Sell My Business searches in your city, and appearing on local business podcasts. Offline methods include attending Chamber of Commerce events and building direct relationships with CPAs and estate attorneys. On a low budget, direct outreach beats paid ads every time in this industry, because trust is earned one conversation at a time. Once you have consistent deal flow, scaling means hiring a junior associate to handle buyer screening while you focus on seller relationships. The risks here are real. Deals fall through often, sometimes after months of work. Buyers can waste your time. And in a slow economy, deal volume drops noticeably. This isn't a recession-proof business, and you should go in knowing that. A few do's and don'ts before you jump in. Do get proper training or certification through organizations like the IBBA before taking your first client. Do build relationships with professionals who already work with business owners. Don't misrepresent a business's financials, ever. It's both unethical and legally dangerous. Don't take on more listings than you can properly manage, because a mishandled deal damages your reputation fast in a small, referral-driven industry. So, final verdict, is business brokerage worth starting? If you're patient, good with people, and comfortable with a slower-paying first year, yes, this is a legitimately profitable business with low overhead and strong margins. If you need immediate income or dislike sales conversations, this isn't your business. It rewards people who play the long game. If this breakdown was useful, subscribe for more real, no-hype business analysis like this. And if you're ready to actually build this out, especially the website and CRM side, book a free consultation with SoftAngles using the link in the description. They'll give you a clear cost estimate before you commit to anything. See you in the next one.